Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello. Got a whiny cat on me already. Now, let me start at the top. Hello. Right, Ranical. Congrats on first. He got the first. Excellent. Didi, congrats on second. Maybe but datum. I was so close. Up and datum. Wife, congrats on third. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Nice of you to drop by. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the lurk, wife. Toadis, hello, welcome. Did I mean... do you know what? I feel like at some point that got I think... Jim Bob, hello, welcome. Congrats on fourth. I think that got deleted at some point and I forgot to add the exclamation mark. So yes, the dash is meant to be there, but I think there's meant to be an exclamation mark as well. Let me see if I can change that while I'm here. Edit stream info, here we are. There we go, that should do. Thank you for keeping track of that, appreciate it. Hello. So yes, yeah, hello everybody. Welcome to Wednesdays. I'm really sorry about missing Grim Fandango on Monday. I just, after the weekend, I was just really knackered. I was just not very well at all, so I'm afraid it was not sensible to be doing, as well as then yesterday we had some workmen back in, who actually they were done by noon actually, but then I had an appointment in the afternoon, so trying to fit a stream in those couple of hours, although technically feasible, would have perhaps been pushing it a bit too much. And after a bad day on Monday, I didn't want to sort of weigh myself out too much, potentially putting the rest of the week at risk, you know. So I just took the hit, unfortunately, to that stream, and we're back here today with more strange horticulture. So yes, yeah, thank you for dropping by, everybody. This isn't as late as I was last week. I realise I'm just not really keen on streaming too late in the day. I don't mind it generally, I guess, but I was sat here just ready, sort of, you know, to stream, and I was like, well, what am I waiting for exactly? I'm not doing anything, you know, so I'll just start up. Sorry, thank you for the alert, Didi. So yeah, I just thought I'd drop in now and do this. So that's it. I hope you all had a good weekend. So early, yeah, so early, yeah. How's your summer starting, Tony? I see from Rizolka's Discord that blackouts are happening, and hopefully that's not affecting you too much. It's thankfully not the kind of thing that happens here at all, to be honest, so that's a bonus. But I can understand, obviously, well, especially with hot countries, the draw or the drain on power as things get hotter increases considerably. So I appreciate that. But hopefully it's not a persistent problem. And for a few hours could be worse. Fair enough. Yeah, because of course, and also obviously depending on the time of day as well, it can have a massive impact on people working from home and such. It must be very annoying. I mean, there's little you can do about it, you know, obviously, but still frustrating. But yeah, oh, but good. I hope you are well. Yeah. So yeah, sorry, I did say I hope you're all had a good weekend. It was pretty quiet here. We just I polished the bed, or part of it anyway, which is probably contributing to why I was so bad on Monday. But you know, it needed doing, and it still has bits of it to do. But I'll have to space that out, and because what it is it's a pine bed we bought that needs sort of essentially treating. You know, you can't just, you know, put some regular spray polish on it. That's not good for the wood, so it needs a proper wax polish on it, which is great. But you have to apply it, then you have to let it essentially dry, and then you have to buff it, and buffing it takes like 10 times the effort. And I can only so far I've done the front of the headboard. That is the bit that we see the most. Oh, bye, you off? Okay. And then I've done the footboard, and now it has sort of two beams essentially down the side that need doing, as well as I'll have to I'll have to finish off the extras that I didn't get to, like the back of the headboard, because that needs the bed moving to reach that, as well as the base of the feet. I didn't want to get too close to the carpet, so I'll have to sort that out. After battery lasted in my home network here. On UPS, so I had no... Is on UPS or UPS? UPS is delivery, isn't it? So I don't see how that works. On UPS. So I had no lights, but still had YouTube. Oh, interesting. Waxing and buffing your bedpost. Yeah. I got exhausted at the weekend polishing knobs. That's what it was. Don't have an emote for eye wiggle, but I'm doing it. I'll have to make one. I've got animated emotes I haven't used. I shall have to try and put one in there. Yeah, so that's about it. Oh yeah, and the right, yeah, so people, who care probably saw it on Discord, but for anyone who didn't catch it and probably don't care, or in general, but yeah, we had the two guys that we had in yesterday, one of which I'd seen before, and the one I don't think I'd seen before. There's so many coming and going, I just starting to lose track of faces. They came in, and now the original plan was to cut some holes in the ceiling and try and find if the brickwork was wet. And I was like, what the hell? And they came in and they said, we don't want to do that because you're never going to repair Andromedan by any chance. No, thankfully. Yeah, they said we don't want to cut into the ceiling because they can't essentially replace the ceiling. They'd have to patch it. I was like, okay. So they said, no, we're going to try and avoid that as much as possible. So what they did was they cut a hole in the wall just above where the other two holes are, but they allowed them to reach higher up. And essentially they just stuck their arm up there and felt around. And they went, well, here's some damp here. And they were able to narrow it down. And they think essentially there's a leak somewhere between us and upstairs. But to get to it, someone is going to have to go through upstairs' bathroom, like down behind their bath. I was like, oh, God. I mean, that's surely frustrating for them, but whatever, as long as that gets fixed. And then after that, they'll go, right, that's done. We'll take it from there. It's like, Jesus. So hopefully in the coming weeks, the next few weeks, that's an actual answer and we can get it done, Matt P, hello, welcome. How you doing? How have you been? Hope you had a good weekend. The sledgehammer place. Well, that's it, exactly. So far, anyway. Yeah, but it was the holes in the ceiling I was really concerned about because, like I said, that was just going to be an absolute state. But no, they didn't need to do that. They avoided that so far. And as I understand it at the moment, without wanting to sound too flippant about it, it's a kind of upstairs problem now. And they'll just let us know when that work is finished. But narrowing them down for work, because I understand they're only available on limited days, could be a little while. Doing great, celebrating your birthday today. Happy birthday. Excellent. What's your plans? Besides sitting here. What are you doing sitting here? You should be out celebrating. I don't know. Drunk on a sofa or something. Doesn't matter what time of day it is. Birthdays are days or doing silly shit. But anyway, I hope you're having a good day and continues to have a good day. Are you good? Are you having any celebrations later? Is it one of those, you got the day free, but then you're out for the evening or something like that? A nice October birthday as well. That's quite nice, actually. I was looking through my phone calendar yesterday, and just the amount of because I have like people's birthdays noted down so I can get reminders basically, and just the amount of them in certain months. I was like, how do I get through that month? There's like 5 or 6 birthdays in that month alone. It's crazy. Plans later, but pre-gaming it. Fair enough. Pre-gaming, not pre-drinking, pre-gaming. Fair enough. Excellent. Good. Well, I hope your plans later work out well. I am mumbling a bit today. Sorry. But yeah, anyway, so hopefully the house is getting fixed, and yeah, that's about it really. I'm sure there's probably more I could bore you with, but what's the point of that? But yeah, so we're back to Strange Horticulture today, which we started last week. It's an interesting game. I'm really liking it. I don't No, I didn't create a notepad for it. I was like, if I ever really need to write anything, I'll just put it on my phone. It's easy because that was it. Because although I have the notepad next to me, I don't have a pen, and that's the other side of the room, and I can't be bothered getting up to get it, and I haven't moved one yet, so I can't be bothered. So it doesn't matter. I'll just write it on my phone if I need to. Yeah. Yeah. So there's a murder essentially. Running drugs. Lots of people do it, Drew. A sequel recently. I don't know if it's a sequel, but it's certainly by the same people. It's called Strange Antiquities. I believe the same similar principle where you're running an antique shop. But I haven't really seen much about it because I kind of knew this was on the horizon, so I've tried not to spoil any kind of gameplay. But it's certainly on the plans now because just from what we played last week, I'm enjoying this one. But yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's just get into it, and we can work it out from there. Right. Let me see what's going on here. Get all the right button combinations. Start the game. Jokes. Okay. Right, the game has opened a window. Is it starting? Iceberg Interactive. There we go. Bad, Viking. Bad. So yeah, there's we run a right. So God, what are the details here again? Actually, not on the carpet. Yeah, exactly. Just continue. I believe autosave, so we should be exactly where we left off. Day 4, Monday. Oh, right. Right, okay. Right, yeah, so it's counting the days. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I love the sound of the rain in this game. So, right, so this is our game screen. This is where we are most of the time. This is what we do. We can explore. Once this yellow bar is full, we can spend those points to go off and explore the map. On day 2, these 5 boxes here appeared with pictures in. Now, on day 1, we encountered... Is it here? What am I looking for? Yes, right. Under the archive, we encountered this on a shelf. And that matches a symbol we can put here. We click on them, they cycle around. But I've only found 1 so far, so I don't know where the other 4 are meant to be. But this was just randomly on one of the shelves we had over here with our plants. So these are all, fake plants with various... The general premise is to work out the name based on descriptions, and then we can give these to people as they ask for them, as they need them, as well as occasionally gets used in mini sort of exploration quests if we go somewhere. It's like at one point we went somewhere very cold, so we were told we needed something hot. Can't remember which one it was, but one of these, actually, is it this one here? Grey Sandfire? Might have been it. Where they were like, if you have some of that, it, keeps you hot in cold climates, that kind of thing. So that's what happens. Now, over night time, we get to flip a card, and it provides a bit of story for us, as well as essentially a hint card. Now, what it is this hint card matches... Wish it wouldn't bring it to the 4. Hang on. Matches something on our map. Now, previously one had directions. Literally, it was like this much north, this much west, that kind of thing. This time, last week, I worked out that this happened to match part of a coastline. Which makes this about, what, N6. Apparently. But we can be a little more sure of that. when we zoom in on the exploration screen. So we have our cat here. I can't for the life of me remember what the cat's called. I'm sure someone will mention it. It's named after a plant. If we ding the bells, someone will give us a quest, essentially. They will be our customer for the day, and we'll be asked to do something to help them. These are our labels for the plants. We put a label on the plant, and when it gets fully identified, it gets sort of sealed, so to speak. But we can label it before it gets properly identified. We have this coin randomly. Now, I believe this is going to also at some point narrow down a place we can go, but I don't otherwise know what it has to do with any of these symbols just yet. So there's no help to us right now. This is our book on the different plants we have. So the ones with ticks have been fully verified, like identified, we got them right. Ones without, I may have put a label on them if I believe it's correct, but it hasn't been identified in the fact that we haven't been able to use it in a quest and such and say, we got the right one, you know. That's what that is. And then we have our magnifying glass. Oh yes, which is shift button, I think. Yes, right, so I'm going to need my keyboard. That's that. Okay. Bear with me. There we go. Because I'm going to need to zoom in on quite a lot of things. There we go. Yeah, so that's definitely a N6. So what we can do is we can have a customer come in, and if we can't complete their quest straight away, we can still go off and explore doing something else. Maybe that will give us a clue or something useful to work with. Oh, sorry, cat. I normally pet them to wake them up first. The fox button was no help, I'm afraid. The Sisterhood still refused to speak openly with me. The Sisterhood are witches in the forest. Not that I have time to pursue it properly. This is a detective, by the way. I'm rushed off my feet this week. There's been a body found up at Swinside Stone Circle, and apparently it's a grisly one. Don't suppose you've got anything to help keep my lunch down? My stomach's never coped too well with grisly ones. Right. Fennec. Have I identified Fennec? I can't remember. It'll be under P. What does Fennec look like? Okay. Chewing the tough root of this plant is said to ease gastric distress and reduce anxiety. It has long, soft leaves. Stop eating bears. Yeah. Yeah. So we may have this plant. It hasn't been identified by me. Although, actually, I did sort of vaguely put these in a alphabetical order. Bennett. So I can give him what I think is Bennett, and it will tell me yes or no. Yeah, this man is a... These are the people we've seen so far from the town. Various people. So we've got Faith Swift, the psychic. Bethany Coleman, the sister. The Sisterhood, like I said, are witches in the woods. One of their order, one of the... I think she's known as the Arduin, who is also, you know, because they... Her mentor has been murdered, yes. That's it. So, oh, it's just Arda. Sorry, Arda is dead. Because they... yeah, they follow Arduino. Okay. So Arda is dead. They allowed us access to see the body, and we proved that she was poisoned. This is all mostly done like through text, you know, obviously. It's a Verona Green, occult scholar. Reuben Ward, this is who we're talking to. He's the investigator. He was investigating that body, but of course he's now moved on to something else. Simone Green, she's a librarian, she's in a different town, but she gave us some of the early details. Now, the story we're uncovering at night time, sort of piece at a time, is talking about a book in a library, and it's spoken from, or written, I should say, really, from a perspective of a woman who encounters the book, who finds it hidden. I don't know if it's meant to be her or maybe someone before her, and I'm not even sure if it's her library, but that, I don't know, kind of rings true to some degree, doesn't it? And then we have, Isidore Burbridge. He's a barrister, but he's also very wealthy and just extremely arrogant. Yeah, so he's a horrible, horrible individual. Anyway, so I'm going to hit use plant. Excellent. So Fennett has been identified. That guarantees our book entry there. Oh no, that's a new book entry. It guarantees our book entry there. The little tick. Plants said to have many. Right. So which fig or Striga tenuis? Sorry, tenuis. Plant that is said to have many uses, including easing the symptoms of infection, soaking up moisture, and detecting the presence of certain compounds. It's also well liked by butterflies. It has similar leaves to the fever kiss plant, but is often confused with. So we click that. That now adds that plant to our book. So I mean, geez, that'd be right at the end, wouldn't it? Which fig? Here we are. So it looks a bit like a fig, funnily enough. So I would expect one with berries on it. There's no guarantee of that, but because although frustratingly, when we first started the game, they said the description is going to be more accurate than the pictures. They are for illustrated purposes only. And then we have encountered illustrations which are more accurate than the description, and I've ignored them and suffered for it. So like, curse you. Anyway, so fever something or other, isn't it? Oh, we don't have. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. Trying to turn the page. Which fig? Fever kiss. Don't have fever kiss, so I don't know how to differentiate the two, to be honest. But we don't have any with fruit on at the moment anyway, so that's okay. We could activate another customer. We can. I'm going to go travel to here and see what's encountered there first. So we click travel and it zooms us in, and then we do this, and just to guarantee it, just to make sure we get it right, we go there. Oh, well, I just click on the X, and it. Well, no, okay, I can't click on the X because the card is in the way, but we know it's N6. It's there, and that uses up our hint card. The gentle sound of flowing water, the sunlight through scattered clouds. A reset. Okay. So that offers us 2 plants up. We have collected 2 new plants. Oh, this picture looks familiar. So we might be able to identify that quite quickly. Because I know there was... right, so generally, I'll move them out of that area. Put them over here. Hello, Ismith. Hello. Welcome. How are you doing? Did you have a good weekend? I hope you're well. I'm going to do strange horticulture. And this one here. So what we can do is we can put this down here in the closer inspection. Soft pale blue flowers. Well, I kind of gathered that one, but okay. Let's try and go through. I know we've seen something... Oh, like this one. Light blue flowers, like rounded tufts of gentle lamb's wool, characterize this plant. So it's Aguria. Slap that on there. We can change the colour. I've never once changed the colour. It doesn't matter. Make sure I spell that correctly. Aguria. Yep. There we go. That's now done. Pretty flowers, yeah. I'm okay, thanks. How are you doing? Yes, yeah, fine, thank you. Yes, yeah. Just identifying some plants, which is always a positive. Now this other one. Where did I just put it? Here. Purple flowers with sort of... Right, okay. Let's have a quick flick through. We've got quite a few entries now. It's not forest camping, that's been identified. It doesn't have any thorns on it, I don't think. Did I put it? Nope, no, it doesn't. Most of the time, if they have a flower, it's the flower that gets identified first. rather than just the leaves. Okay. No, I'm not seeing that right now. Close the map for a second. Oh, actually. So he was like, it's somewhere around here. Something about a stone circle. Sure it is. Unless I'm completely mad. Oh, yeah, yeah. The daughter's stone circle. That's where he was. That's what he said, wasn't it? Still refuses me. Rushed off to my feet this week. There's been a body found up this Swinside stone circle. Oh, okay. Is that a different stone circle then? Swinside, where are we looking? I mean, he said up, so I'd expect above us. Puzzles and biology. I know, it's great, isn't it? I'm sorry, did I ask how are you doing, 8-Bit Bunner? How's your weekend been? Swinside. Plant identifying it. Basically, yes, we have to identify the plants to use them appropriately. I'm still only seeing one stone circle. I could be going blind though. That's not necessarily out of the... Ah, Swinside, here we are. So he's over here. Oh, now that's a weird one because the stone circle appears to be over here, but it would be here. Interesting. So we could travel there and see what it says. Let's see what our next customer is going to be telling us anyway. So pet the cat to wake it up because we don't want the bell to scare it. There we go. Ah, it's the postman, David Shaper. Morning. Verona Green handed me this for you. Oh, she seems in a good mood. Wait. I always forget we have to collect and not like the item itself. I meant to tell you this yesterday, but it slipped my mind. I discovered a plant on a recent trip to Grisdale Forest, just northeast of Rusland. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. I would have brought it back with me if the sisterhood had given me a moment alone, but they seemed overly protective lately. They seem overly protective. Kind regards, Verona Green. Okay. Let's just jot that down there. Grisland? Grisdale. Yes, that was it. Yes, because that's where the sisterhood is, the Grisdale Forest. So, okay. So where was it? Discovered a plant on a recent trip to Grisdale Forest, just northeast of Rusland. So that's Rusland there, so it's just northeast. So it'd be that one there, I expect. So we can go there for a new plant. And then maybe down to the stone circle. So that's Rusland, just northeast. Okay, from the moment I step off the road, I can't shake the feeling I'm being watched. Suddenly, I find my way blocked by 3 women wearing green cloaks and holding short elmer bows. Nobody may wander freely throughout the forest by order of the Arder. Well, the Arder is dead. That won't help. Says the leader of the trio. I turn to walk back, but then again, I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Mellow glow. Mellow glow. I believe it makes people trust you or something like that. With the help of the mellow glow, I walk right past the sitters without them paying me any heed. Oh, or did it make you invisible? I can't remember. Chuckling to myself, I collect the plant that Verona talked about and take my leave. We've got a book entry for... Oh, is this the one we just picked up? No, there's not enough petals. Caballia, a rare plant that is believed to help the dead find peace in the afterlife. Those who can afford it place wreaths made from it at the graves of their beloved ones. Caballia flowers almost always contain 6 petals. Finding a 7-petaled flower is considered to bring good fortune. Interesting. I wonder if have we got a 6-petaled flower that has not been identified? Don't think so. Oh, wait. This one? The flower is a soft purple with a sweet scent. I'm a mess this way. Oh no, sensory overload. Yeah. too bad for some reason. Let me just snap out of it a couple. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I hope it does. Yeah, I hope it resolves itself quickly. You can calm down a bit. If you need to, well, I mean, I'll have to tell you what to do. Of course, you know how to look after yourself, but you know, don't hang around here if it's going to be too much. I can understand a lot might be going on. What am I looking for? Oh yeah. Is it this one here? Looks very familiar. Rare plant believed to help the dead find peace. I mean, this dwelling flowers always contain 6 petals. Well, that's... Yeah, almost always contains 6, but that doesn't really help us in the description. Now is a soft purple with a scent. Sweet scent. Okay, that doesn't really narrow it down. Not very specific. Oh wait, hang on, what's this one again? Oh, so I'll put that under A then. There we go, squish that up there. Alex and John's Poppy. The other one. Bearing in mind none of these are real, but yeah. What so... You mean this one here, the purple one? John's Poppy. That's been identified already. That's this one here. So that would have a tag already. John's Poppy, this one here. Should we end it? Yeah. And get these in a proper order. So that's the red one here, St. John's Poppy. Okay. Anyway, so we went there, we found that. We can put letters in the archive. There we go. Interesting. Oh, because I haven't collected it yet. There we go. Colouring pencils, yeah. A new plant. Oh, this is the one we just picked up. Interesting, okay. Now, what do we do with this? What does it look like? The bulb is quite firm and turquoise in colour. The orange fruits have no noticeable odour. Orange fruits. Not sure as if that looks familiar. Flaming Ginger, hello, welcome. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Bishop Parasol. Gills on the underside. No, it's a mushroom. That doesn't help. With long, thin stems grow among tall leaves. Red flower that provides shielding. No, that's not it. Not Cavalia, obviously. Good morning. Doing okay? Just waking up. I understand. Hope you had a good night. And that your day also goes well. Thank you for joining us here. Looks for a crumble somehow. No. No, I wouldn't. I'm not going to risk it. Gilded Dendra? Alright, yeah, that's the stuff that you can't touch. I'll be able to catch stream. Good. I'm glad you had a good night. Wren, long leaves. Nope. Cross section of the stem shows the distinctive triple xylem and phloem of the Storian. Dark red fruits should not be ingested under any circumstances. They are highly poisonous, resulting in insanity and death. Orange fruits, so it's not that one. Winter boar. Plant is said to have many uses. It doesn't mention... It says often confused with fever kiss. I can't really tell, so I don't have a fever kiss. So again, that one's just going to have to sit here not doing much. See what the next customer wants. I'm afraid. The camphor you gave me is helping me sleep, and I'm very grateful for it, but the visions are strong as ever. Oh, okay. The woman in the jade mask appears in my dreams every night. Oh. She screams at me, but I do not know why, and behind her, that presence is always there, dark and dreadful. I don't know what to do. The dreams feel like a warning that I don't understand, a mosaic of colour that refuses to come into focus. Some part of me wants to stare down that abyss, but I'm afraid. Oh, interesting. Now, when we had a choice, previously the choice was between one that would work and one that wouldn't. Never sleep again, yes. So, here, what are the things these can be used for? Incense made from woody stem can enhance psychic abilities, strengthening the clarity of visions and prophecies. Okay, so that sounds pretty good. Or candlewood. Produces a red flower that provides a shielding effect, protecting against all manner of afflictions of the mind. Long and thin stems grow among tall leaves. I haven't even identified this one yet. So I'm not sure I would be able to give that one to her if I wanted to. Long thin stems grow among tall leaves. Can't honestly say I have anything that looks quite like that. Have I identified it yet already? Oh, but where's the M3? No. It's not one of those. So yeah, our unidentified plants are here somewhere. Give me some of that one. Yes. So I don't feel I could help her with that one anyway, but do you know what? I like the idea of giving her the Auguria. Enhanced psychic abilities, strengthening the clarity of visions and prophecies. She is afraid, but maybe she, you know, it's only a vision, let's face it. So let's try that. Maybe down here, Auguria. That's the one. And of course the benefit or cost. Sure, driver met. Yeah, why not? Of identifying one plant in a choice is the fact that it won't identify the other plant for us. Now, I don't have that one yet identified anyway, but if I had the two to choose from, as I did previously, only one of them got a tick based on the decision I made. Now, I don't know whether another option is going to come up to give me a tick for the other one or what. I can't remember, but that's how that stands. So we identified the plant perfectly. We sent her away with it to see what happens. Worry less. An aptly named plant. Inhaling the smell of the flowers is said to help ease symptoms of anxiety. Interesting. It mentions flowers, but all we see are leaves. Interesting. Could be that one. Dark blue that smells like sweet rhubarb. That doesn't look right. Worryless. Yeah, that's not. Okay, so it's not those ones. They smell wonderful. Oh, these look like them. That's them. If I ever saw one. That's a worryless. That goes under W, so right at the end there, that'll do. Okay. Okay. So we can... Oh, we can travel more, or we can get another customer. Now, I believe there's a certain limited amount of customers in the day, which once you've completed their quest for them, that's the end of the day. I want to go and travel to find out what's going on at that stone circle. Worst case scenario is we turn up and nothing happens and you sort of waste the travel. But I'd like to see it. So it's the Swinside Stone Circle. shudder at the thought of what happened here. If these stones could tell us what they saw, a chill comes over me and I realise that I do not want to linger. Oh. Okay. So a rising dread. This happened once last week where we completely maxed it out. Essentially that means we've made a bad decision. If we identify a plant incorrectly, that also builds it up. When it gets full, our mind breaks and we have to solve a puzzle to put it back together again. And that's about it as far as I'm aware. I don't know what it does otherwise. Margaret Elspeth. I don't come to Undermere often, but I heard about your shop and I said to Francis, we simply must pay a visit. We simply must. It's a wonderful breath of life, of a life in an otherwise dreary town. I'm the green-fingered one, and it's not really his cup of tea, but I persuaded him the trip would do him good, and besides, he'll be wanting to take a boat out on the lake. Okay. Shame about this awful weather, though. What do you talk about? I love the rain. You must come to Sizerg. We have a small library with some books on plants that my grandfather acquired many years ago. Ah, okay. I'm sure they would be of interest to a horticulturist such as yourself. Sweet. Lord and Lady Elspeth. You're cordially invited to Sizerg Castle? I've no idea how that's pronounced, but thanks. We'll stick that there. Okay, well, why not go now? Sizerg Castle. Okay. I'm greeted enthusiastically by Lady Elspeth herself. She is very talkative and has many questions on horticulture that I do my best to answer as she takes me on a tour of the gardens. Oh, you must take a sample of this back with you, she exclaims, pointing out a plant that I do not recognise, but before I can stop to take a look, she's already whisked me on to the next. And this one too. I hardly knew her. Yeah, exactly. You go there, they're on the lake. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just left immediately. I'm quite exhausted by the time we make it to the library, and I don't have time to make as thorough a study as I would like. Nevertheless, I'm able to find an interesting entry that I note down. Don't forget these, Lady Elspeth cries as I make to leave. She thrusts the plant from the gardens into my hand and I thank her warmly. Sorry. I've got a 1 book entry and 2 plants. Sweet. Beaver Kiss, here we are. Oh, right, okay. Nice. The red berries provide an energy boost that lasts several hours. The leaves are pale in colour. So that one there must be Fever Kiss, which means that this one might be the other one we're looking for. Because they look similar. I got to go sleep. Thanks for streaming. Don't eat any weird mushrooms. Or do, you're cool. Fair enough. No, I appreciate that. Thank you, Turdis. Take care. Have a good night's sleep. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. Right. So. This one here. Small red berries. So is this Fever Kiss? Where are we? Red berries provide an energy boost that lasts for several hours. The leaves are pale in colour. That has to be them. So that, if that one's Fever Kiss, slap that on there. Oh no, it's all one word. Okay. Fever Kiss. What was the one that is often confused with Fever Kiss? Is that similar leaves to the Fever Kiss plant? Right, okay. So something with fruit on, with leaves like this blue one. Interesting. What is... Now this is the one we just got, small yellow berries. And I'm not familiar with anything that should be like that. Okay. Never mind, don't worry about that. Fever Kiss. slide that up there. Kind of organised in an alphabet of some description. Okay. Close that for now. Right, okay, so we've already been to the library. That's completed itself, so to speak. But to put that down there because it's smaller, easy to find later. Right. So. Oh, wait, and this other one. Hang on, sorry, I completely forgot about that. We've got this one here. The leaves seem to have a mind of their own. Oh, interesting. So what? I swear I've seen a picture similar to that, but I can't be sure it's the same one. So it's not that. Jagged leaves. Where are we? Here somewhere. Nope, that one. I swear I've seen one like it. Because I haven't. I could have sworn I saw a picture similar to that, but apparently not. They have a mind of their own. Okay. What about the flowers? Did I... Maybe I'm thinking of this one here, but that's already been identified, Butterdale. Okay, so not that. So what about the flowers? We're looking at... yellow upside down cups. Can't be that one, it's already identified. No. The ones I really struggle with identifying are the mushrooms. We've got a few of those I haven't been able to work out. Winter boar. Right, winter boar I've identified but haven't used it yet, so I can't. So it hasn't got a tick on it. It's fine. Interesting. Okay, I don't know what to do with that one then. Okay. Next customer. Lip Shore. Mushroom. Red spores. Moves in the dark. That's all I've got. Any ideas? Well, we happen to have this one here. Mushroom-like plant with red warts growing on it. Or is it this one here? It smells strongly of soured milk, bad enough to make my eyes water. No. This one? Smells rotten? Doesn't specify. Oh, hang on. Wandering Bew. Duh. Already identified that one. Oh. It's not what I wanted. Go away. Thank you. Wandering Bew. This fungus can move slowly in the dark. That's the one. Beautiful flowing lines. Yep. Okay. So it's Wandering Bew, this one. Sweet. Plant identified. I thought we'd already used that before. That's why it had a tick on it, I thought. Never mind. Sweet. So we can at any time just go anywhere on the map as long as we have this gauge built up, but I'm not feeling the need to just travel randomly because it rarely offers any benefit. I've done it a couple of times and just come up short. So without a clue, I don't have anywhere to go, you know? Who we got here? Selena Scott. They're saying Black Comb is haunted now. Bradley Miller told me he saw the ghost of a huge deer, antlers and all, but then Bradley Miller also says he can talk to squirrels. Either way, there's something evil in them hills and I'm not taking any chances. Okay. Awful what happened to that poor young man up at Swinside. Yes, well, bang, and the flower's gone. Yeah. I've come for some stinking mount cap. Well, okay. Stinking mount cap. Do we even have that? That doesn't sound familiar. These kind of things, when these quests come up, it suggests that we should have them. I've used hints before and it's always like, I've got some of that in my inventory. It was like, have you? I didn't know that at all. So I don't recognize stinking mount cap, which means I haven't found it yet. Stench blossoms, yeah, exactly. Stinky man. So I can't move on essentially until I find this. But I don't have an entry for it, so I don't know how to work it out. Hang on, so what's she up? Told me that saw the ghost of a huge deer, antlers and all. Then Bradley Miller was over there. Blackcomb is haunted. Blackcomb. So maybe we can head there for a second. So I don't know where else I would find what I'm looking for. Blackcomb. Mountains down here. Okay. And you wait here. Let us just go have a look. See a pit full of skulls, some deer, fox, badger, and some human. I wish I had not come. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That was very bad for us. Okay. Not great. So what? How could we possibly identify this plant? I mean, it's possible just based on her description. I would have it. It sounds like a mushroom. We've got this. Smells rotten. Okay. It smells strongly of soured milk, but bad enough to make my eyes water. Again. A mushroom-like plant with red warts growing on it. So it's probably not that one because it doesn't have stinking in the name. Seems to give us a small amount of light. Same again. So it could be one of these two. Now stinking suggests it really smells. Oh. Smells rotten. Do you know what? I'm going to take a gamble and see if this is the one she's looking for. I see no reason why not, basically. No, it's not. It wasn't Sunset. Sunset Mount Cap. She said stinking. Oh, it's a different puzzle. Shiver travels down my spine. My mind is broken. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Um. Is that right? Oh, blimey. Yeah. My brain has broken. I feel revived. My mind is whole again. You're struggling to identify a plant. Make sure you read the description in your book carefully. But she gave me the wrong name. How am I meant to work that out? I mean, okay, maybe a smarter person could have, but I didn't. Monday, day 4. Oh, no. Not starting the whole day again, are we? Maybe. Okay. Oh, no, okay. Just this woman. Okay. Open the map again, because why not? Chamomile tea? So, rearrange my plants. Why does this look weird? Yeah, that one shouldn't be over there. It should be over there somewhere. Okay, so stinking Mount Cap, but right, so but it told me that's not Sunset Mount Cap. So was I supposed to just sort of go, oh, she means something else entirely? Sunset Mount Cap. Okay. Right, the Sunset Mount Cap is a type of fungus with domed caps, sometimes called stinking Mount Cap. God damn it. Okay. How was I supposed to know? I've only read all of these once. as a result of its unpleasant odour. So it's probably the other one. I actually probably could have guessed that one and got it right. It is thought to deter unwanted souls and spirits from entering the home and is often placed in doorways. It is mildly toxic to humans and should not be eaten. So I reckon it's that one. Of the two I was going to guess at. That's the one. Okay. Henchuck. Ooh, blimey. Okay. Aculosis retinentia. Ooh, Jesus. The fruit of the henchuck can have startling effects on memory. Even a small dose can result in short-term memory loss, but in larger amounts it's been known to cause severe amnesia. The tuberous bulb has an unusual structure, growing in bursts that give it a striped appearance when cut open. When the outer layer hardens and turns blue-green, it is ready to harvest. It's a bulb that turns blue-green. Like that. No, that's just blue. That's green? Hang on, let's have a look here. First of all, this one. Sunset Mount Cap. So we got that one identified. Sour milk one? Yes, yeah, the sour milk one was the one she wanted, yeah, turns out. Aqua bulb. I feel like that's too blue. But this one here, let me just say what the description says. There's a sweet scent like strawberry dipped in honey. Doesn't seem right, does it? The cheapest bulb is an unusual structure growing in bursts. We give it a striped appearance. It's vaguely striped, not easily told though. And the outer layer hardens and turns blue-green. It's ready to harvest. So we have that one there. No, definitely not that one. This one here, that's just plain blue. The bulb is quite firm and turquoise in colour. Wait, hang on. Turquoise is a blue-green colour, isn't it? The orange fruits have no noticeable odour, but it doesn't mention the fruits at all. No effects on memory, even a small dose. It just says dose. An unusual structure growing in bursts that gives a striped appearance. And there's no striping at all. Like, vaguely. I feel like if it was going to be, it would be that one. I've got a tentative thing on that one. Note. You get that right? Henchuck. Yes. Let's see if that one worked out. Maybe I don't have it. It's possible. It's entirely possible. Do you know what I will do actually? Let me do that. Where are my labels? There we are. I will add a question mark to that so that when I see it, if I'm about to use it, I'll consider reassessing it in case something new has popped up beforehand. These away. Pet the cat. And that's the end of this day. We got nowhere specific to travel as yet, so we might as well just go. Okay. Right, yes. This is our nighttime. Why is it? Thank you. This is our nighttime activities. We pick up a card and we get a bit of a story. At 15, her mother, strong, dependable, loving, was struck down by typhoid. The girl drew inward as her father turned to drink. So here we can have the previous parts of the story. Started when she found something that was not meant to find, book tucked away in a forgotten corner of the Ambleside Library. That's where we've been before. Book was fascinating and terrified her in equal measure. She reached a decision she would never use the power she had discovered. She would hide the book. Time passed a year and then another. The book remained hidden but out of sight. It did not mean out of mind. I started to brood it over when she did her chores. Then her mother died. Okay. Can we? Yes, we can. She lives alone in the castle to the northwest of the abbey. She buried her husband 3 miles to the east where the Everhart grows. Okay. And I believe we'll get that as a clue in the daytime. So we don't have to memorize that now. Day 5, Tuesday. I don't know how many days there are. I don't recall being told we have a specific time limit. Oh, kitty. Okay, right. So let's just consider traveling straight away. Let's have a look here. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Okay. She lives alone in the castle to the northwest of the abbey. What does it mean by northwest of the abbey? Okay. We're looking for a castle that has an abbey southeast of it. Oh. Here we are. Calder Abbey. What's that? Egremont Castle. Okay. She buried her husband and 3 miles to the east. She lives alone in the castle to the northwest of the abbey. Yes. Okay. So here, she lives in this castle. She buried her husband 3 miles to the east where the Everhart grows. So we worked out that these squares are all a mile each. So this should be... Now, I got caught out before because I overestimated. I was like, well, if you're going to travel 3 miles, so that would be 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, and that should be there. You've gone 3 miles away. But no. This is the 3rd mile, ultimately. So we should be travelling here to see the Everhart. A dead tree, its bark cracked and blackened by fire, stands alone on the hillside. Off to one side, a patch of flowers grows on a low mound. Ta-da. Now we know this is called Everhart. Do we have a thing for that? An entry? No, we don't. I'm just going to label it Everhart. We'll take that from there. Put them away. And also, let's have a look at what its description is. Pink flowers. Was it Everhart the tree or the flower? I had considered that. I assume it's the flower because these things need identifying. So I took that as a clue. Because I can't identify the tree in any fashion. And I don't see how that would be useful. It's possible. It's entirely possible I'm wrong. But also, look at these leaves. How, that has to... I feel like that works. But it's always possible I'm wrong. Very swift is back. Oh no, what dreams does she have? What have you done to me? I see the woman in jade mask everywhere. That creature that stands over her shoulder, I almost feel like I could sense its desires. Go on. It is afraid of the sisterhood, that much is clear. It will lay waste to them. Oh? So much death, but it can be avoided with Arduino's protection. I do not know if I am awake or asleep even now. I feel the darkness tearing at my mind. Worryless. Ah, this is the one we had before that we didn't really identify solidly, but I believe I have. Sweet. Plant identified. Inhaling, the hop heart. Oh, inhaling smoke from burning the dried leaves of this plant can provide pain relief. Firm leaves grow up the stems, leading to blue flowers. Interesting. Okay. Up the stems to blue flowers. Well, it's not going to be one I've identified. Firm leaves. Blue flowers, stiff leaves. Makes sense. Where are we? Hop heart? Here we are. Firm leaves grow up the stems leading to blue flowers. Yes. See, the picture doesn't look anything like what I should be expecting. Oh, except it looks vaguely like the bottom of these two here. It looks vaguely like the stem of the flower itself. That's what it is. Okay. Okay, hop heart, all one word. As I said, I have at no point bothered to colour these tags. I don't know why we can. Okay. Under H. That'll be around here somewhere. A bit more space. Don't have to be too accurate. I'm just trying to make my life a bit easier in the future. Definite. Another for maybe? Oh, that's an idea, actually. I hadn't considered that. That's a good idea. Perhaps something I should stick with for now. Where was that one I put? Here we are. Yeah, let me redo the tag on that one. I'll take off the question mark and I'll change it to red. There we go. That's a good call. Now, what one did we just do? Was it this one here? What part? I'm quite sure, but I don't know exactly. So there we go. That's a good system. Okay, so red for really unsure, purple for quite sure but not definite, yellow for done. I won't go through them right now, but we'll try and stick with that system from now on. Cool. Okay, yeah. Simone Green again, hello. I met a strange man on the road to Sedberg not 2 days ago. Stranger still, he asked after you. He said he had something for you. Don't ask me what. So I told him where to find you, but he looked stricken when I mentioned Undermere. Ooh. Said he doesn't come near towns at all if I can help it. If he can help it even, sorry. He was headed west, at least I think he was. He said he was looking for the Winster Spring. I'll write this down for you. Ooh, clue. She wants to come and trouse. Okay. Simone Green, the librarian. Color coding is genius. If you do say so yourself. Alright, yeah. Common trouse, bro. That's this one here. Nice. Plant identified. I do it with everything. Well, fair enough, yes. If they're appropriately organised, it makes for very easy, quick identification, doesn't it? Man wanted to meet you headed west from Sedberg, possibly near to the source of the River Winster. Oh, right, okay. Nothing ever seems to go under clues. I mean, I think we did have one thing, but this is now just a letter. Interesting. Okay, well, let's zoom in. Then we'll put this up here. Blimey, that's bigger than I thought. Where's Sedberg? I'm not familiar with that name exactly. Oh, there's Sedberg. Okay, so we're going to need over here. River Kent. River Minster. Blimey, okay. And what did we head west from Sedberg? Possibly near to the source of the River Minster. Possibly near... It's west from here, possibly near to the source. So, well, here is the source. Interesting. Alphabetical didn't work. Everything was under M for miscellaneous. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, well, I mean, I don't like the idea of possibly, but, you know, what do we do? Let's just go. Oh. The hermit's camp is easy to find, nestled between two boulders above the spring, sorry. The cooled remains of a fire ringed by stones is the only immediate sign that anyone was here. I call out, but there is no reply. The hermit is not here. A more thorough search of the campsite yields something interesting. Tucked off to one side, I discover some broken pieces of wood arranged on the floor. Down to right 3. Okay. So we were here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hang on, let me make sure. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. L25. That's all it identifies as. The camp of the Winster Spring has led me to another camp of sorts where I am greeted by an eccentric man. Oh, yes, yes, ho, 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 ho. The man says, you must take this, take this, take it. Take this, take it, take it, take it. At his insistence, I received the looking glass that he had thrust into my hands. He places an envelope delicately on top. Oh, ho, it's no use to me anymore. Oh, ho, no use. Don't forget the red, ho, ho, ebony. Ebony? I am sure that he is quite mad. Yes. Santa? We have a letter and an item. Okay. Oh. Oh. Ooh, interesting. What is this all about? I'm sure the letter will tell us. Anyway. It is said that the red ebony plant has the properties of uncovering that which is hidden or secret. Secret with an A in it. Interesting. I have protected a device designed to use extract from the plant in concert with a viewing window in order to permit the user to see magics otherwise invisible to the naked eye. Okay. Trying to extract from the plant. Right, so I need to find red ebony. Again, it goes in letters. Okay. I'm certain I don't even have that in the book yet. Yes, nothing to work with in that regard. Okay. Need to add the extract? Yes, so I'm assuming once we find the plant, we can identify it, we add the extract of the plant here, and it will then reveal something on the map, or in letters maybe? Interesting. Okay. Right. Who's next? Conrad Stanway. I am not long for this world, and I've decided that I want to be buried in a grave decorated with a rare and beautiful caballia, like a Drea huntsman with their Dranthium-covered tombs. Okay, makes sense. Orange. Thea, hello, how are you doing? Didi, thanks for the hydrate. 1 second, please. Oh, that's all he wanted. Okay, that's good. I expected to read more, that's all. You go with me. Num, 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 num. Thank you for the hydrate. Hey, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Did you have a good weekend? The orange berries? Possibly, but I've got nothing to identify them with. I don't have a description of any kind. All it says here is the orange fruits have no noticeable odour. Oh, why did you put my wandering view over there? There we go. I'm here to see, not to read. Good, recovering from a cold? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad you're recovering, though. Hope it wasn't too serious. Cold is such a widespread term. It could be quite a range of impact there. I've had colds that you barely notice you got them, right down to it's not flu, but I feel like I'm dying anyway. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Doing well. When I can work out what plants I'm looking at. This guy wants a caballia. Now, we identified that one, didn't we? Or thought we did. Or not. Hang on. We have the... Oh no, we had the description for it. But we couldn't tell. The flower's almost certain contains 6 petals. So we had one that looked similar, but I can't in any way discern if it is correct or not. Flowers are soft purple with a sweet scent. So that's that. That's all we've got. Hang on, put that there so I can see it better again. So it looks right. It honestly looks right, but it doesn't mention here. Hang on. Believed to help the dead find peace in the afterlife. Yeah, so that's why he's looking for it, but that doesn't place wreath of it and graves on their beloved ones. It doesn't mention anything about like the colour of it or anything like that. That would be helpful if it just said purple, you know. It looks so much like it though. I think it's worth a guess. Because it's, you know, quite a chance. Let's yeah, I'll put a yellow sticker on it if it turns out to be correct. That is it. Nice. We've identified the plant. Gained a book entry. Eyebright. Euphrasia officinalis. Officinalis. Interesting. Take care not to touch its brightly coloured thorns. They will do no lasting damage, but they contain a small amount of venom that will cause a severe pain for several days afterwards. Ooh. A plant that only grows to the south in warmer climates, where they call it loath after a long dead king, or loath maybe. Known to improve eyesight at night in even the darkest places. Interesting. Do we have one with thorns still? We had one with thorns on it. Oh, there's this one here. Could be that one. Eyebright is a real plant, but does it actually affect your eyesight? And does it cause pain? I get the feeling they may have just, you know, inadvertently helped. Right, so Caballia. Which one did we just identify? It was the purple flowers there, wasn't it? So we got that right. Sweet. Caballia. That one's done. It's interesting how it doesn't tag it once you get it right. So if you tag it and get it right, you know, it's fine. But you still have to name it yourself afterwards. I'll do. Close enough. How about this one? Single pink flower that smells pleasant. Yes, I can't remember its name. We can pet it. Get a mild purr. Said to help clear your vision, but no thorns. Ah, okay. Wait, so where are we? Eyebright. So potentially, but it doesn't mention anything about the thorns. There's no real description of the flower. We're just looking at a picture of, you know, 2 thorny things basically. Hard to narrow down if that's correct. So let's use our system here. Go with this one. Eyebright. Let's give that a go. There we go. Shift things around a bit. There we go. Okay. Close that down. Who's next? Ooh, unknown. The lady in the jade mask. Your reputation is growing, a horticulturist. I hear you're the person to come for plants that are difficult to acquire. Really? My head feels like it's being torn in two lately. I'm looking for some hop heart. Ooh. Wait, hop heart. I had one like that. Is it this one? Oh, this Everheart. Hop heart. Hang on. This one is going to have another name. Nope. Okay, it's not. It's here. Hailing smoke from burning the dried leaves of this plant can provide pain relief. Right. Stems leading to blue flowers. That's why. We believe it to be this one here. Wait. Who is this? It's a new personality. Little is known about the mysterious woman in the jade mask. She is occasionally seen in Undermere, but people understandably avoid her cold demeanour. Yes. She said split in two, but the psychic, or whoever she is, said that she had another... She had like a presence with her in her dreams. Sweet. Right, pop heart identified. Change the colour on that in a second. Copper Caledonian. Aries agaricum. This plant has a rejuvenating effect, but most who have tried to benefit from its properties have come to realise that it is a curse, not a blessing. Though you may appear younger, you will quickly become more frail and brittle. Ooh. The red patches that are often seen growing on it are in fact a type of fungus themselves and not a part of the plant. Okay. Mushroom-like plant with red warts growing on it. It could be that one. That was something Caledonian, wasn't it? Copper Caledonian. Okay, this looks kind of right, so let's try that with our uncertainty. Oh, wait. Not in the name. There we go. Caledonian. Jesus. I think I spelled that correctly. Yeah, it's close enough. Oh, and I want to change the colour on that one. There we go. Under C, slide it up there. There we go. Okay. Interesting. The red ebony plant has the property of uncovering that which is hidden or secret. Perfected a device designed to use the extract from the plant. It comes up with a viewing window. No hint as to where it where we should go, sorry, where it comes from. Interesting, okay. Who's next? Verona Green again, okay. Reuben Ward was called on my unique expertise to aid in his investigation at the Swinside Stone Circle. Okay. Unique expertise, ha! He knows how to flatter an old woman when he wants something. I thought about telling him to suck an egg. Gave it a good long thought, actually, but my curiosity's got the better of me. He must be desperate if he's coming to me, and I'll bet they found something juicy down there. Okay, interesting, yes. Signs of ritual sacrifice, maybe. What that looks like. I could do with some witch fig to take with me. Right, okay. Eyebright could be the one that looks like a fritillary with a rose stem and a curcuma leaves. We'll have to narrow that down. These are the plants I have available that are as yet unidentified. Eyebright could be the one. Hang on. So what does Eyebright look like here? Oh, geez, that was right next to what I was looking at. That's the one with the thorns. Which one had thorns? Is this one here? So this is the only thorny plant we have, which is why we put Eyebright on it. But we don't know otherwise. She wants witch fig. Oh, too far. I meant to go back to there. There we go. So here we are, witch fig. Striga tenuis, a plant that is said to have many uses. Soaking up moisture, detecting the presence of certain compounds, well liked by butterflies. Similar leaves to the fever kiss plant, which is often confused with. Right, and fever kiss we haven't specifically identified, but looks like this. So did I have it. Forest. Fevicus. Right, so Fevicus is this one here. The red berries. So it looks like this. So a plant. Right, so it looks like this. Which fig? Has similar leaves to the Fevicus plant, but is often confused with. The only one similar to that was this one here. Small yellow berries. The yellow one, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, it's the only one similar to it, because otherwise, you know, none of these leaves look similar, do they? So this, it's weird because I wouldn't have said these berries look like that. They look too small, but then of course we're not zoomed in that much, I guess. Let's throw that on there, because if I get it right, it won't tell me. Which fig? Let's see what happens. Looks like mistletoe. It does, yeah. Right, okay. So that's that one correctly identified. Oh, now that we've seen that leaf, that looks like this one up here. Jacob's Worth. Dignitas? Ayakobi. Okay. People tend to be drawn to the unusual flowers of the Jacob's Worth, but it is the leaves that have the most interesting properties. It is said that they will point the way towards any person you wish to locate, and being used successfully to find many a lost wanderer out on the fells. Interesting, okay. Right, so first of all, which fig? Go there. At the W's. So this one, the one we just picked up, and I can't remember its name already. Jacob's Worth. Here we are. I mean, this looks like this one here. They mentioned leaves. That the leaves have a mind of their own. Right, okay, that's absolutely it. I'm yellow on that one. Jacob's Worth. J. We can have there. Why not? Okay, nice. Nowhere to travel right now. We've already tried going to the site of the death, and they weren't happy with us. Or we weren't happy with ourselves, I guess, actually. Oh, this guy. I never see anybody in your shop. It's a daily surprise to me that you're still in business. Sort of. There's always people here. Believe me, I wouldn't be in here if I didn't have to be, especially with that damn cat still here. It's my cat. Leave it alone. I need some Bishop's Parasol for a work-related matter. Bishop's Parasol? Oh, okay. Yeah, we have a thing for this. Mushroom found in dark, damp places. Feeding on any light that gets close to it, it can seem to draw light in, enveloping its surroundings in darkness. The gills on the underside of this mushroom seep a milky fluid that can be consumed as a treatment for stomach pains. Okay, we only have 2 of these left. So we've got this one. Smells rotten. See a little bit of the underside here. Mushroom found in dark, damp places. Or we've got this one here. Seems to give off a small amount of light. It is. Oh, speak on, yeah. Now the description doesn't say it gives off light. It says it seems to feed on light as it gets close to it. It can seem to draw light in, enveloping its surroundings in darkness. So it absolutely doesn't give off light. So it doesn't mention anything about the smell in the description. Sunset Balcony. Yeah, we had those identified. Copper Caledonia, well, there's nothing in that description to identify it as what we're looking for anyway. I hesitate to use it because I feel like it's not right, but more often than not, these things pop up when we already have the item in our inventory. I think it may be worth it. I'm gonna put a purple on it, even though I'm about to try it. Let's see what happens. Oh dear, never mind. Exactly. No, not the bell. Oh, yep. Okay, that's not the right stuff. That wasn't Bishop's Parasol. Must be better prepared next time. But, okay, so, well, first of all, we know it's not, so let's just take that off entirely. Let's remove that. Okay. It must be one I don't have then, because none of these others are, you know, fungi. Okay. I don't know where I would find it. I think I have previously taken a second journey up to the Ambleside to see if it says it surrounds itself in darkness rather than giving off light. This one here actively states it gives off light. So I don't believe so. I mean, that would be almost like a counter puzzle if that is the right answer, because that's practically an insult. So I'm hesitant to use that one because I don't want to build up our meter anymore. I don't think that's correct. So I don't know where I'd find it. We haven't really been given any other clues of where to go, have we? Because the only other thing we have at the moment is this. Go away. That doesn't tell us where. It just... I mean, Red Ebony? I mean, is there a place called Ebony, maybe? That the plant is at? Maybe I'm missing something in that regard? A mushroom with a tiny parcel. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I've been to Ambleside twice. The first time we gave us some information. The second time gave us nothing. So I don't feel it's worth wasting a trip on going somewhere for no reason. On side? No, that's not right. We don't have any clues to go anywhere else, you know. I mean, I could just be travelling for the sake of it, couldn't I? Again, and every time we travel, if it's bad, you know, I have travelled before and had nothing happen. But if we travel and it's bad, it's, you know, ends up affecting us quite drastically on the brain. I don't know where else to go. I mean, I could just literally go anywhere, see what happens. We're here, under me, or I could... I don't know. White Seer Cave? Sure. Why not? Oh, a thin crack runs down the rock face, widening as it nears the ground, just wide enough for a man to slip through. But there's a problem. A large boulder blocks the entrance, too heavy to move. Farmers worry. Now, that's one I'm familiar with. Have I tried to identify it so far? Oh, okay. What does it look like? Does it seem like we've got it yet? Oh, a spongy mushroom with potent abilities only safe to consume in small quantities, grants extra strength for short periods at the expense of severe fatigue once the effect is worn off. I don't have anything like that that isn't already identified as something else. So no, we don't have Farmer's Worry. I'll have to leave. But that's better than having failed at something, I guess. Again, I'm really curious what these do. Like, the point of this. I feel like at some point, it's going to be like, well, you know, these are all going to be identifying marks on a map in some fashion, and we're going to have to narrow it down to a location, like a square, because it seems to fit like a square in the middle of it. So it's going to be like, well, above us is a crow, you know, northwest is a pitchfork for some reason, or whatever, something along those lines. But don't know that we could identify that yet. Wait, hang on. We've identified multiple deer, haven't we? Who was it? Did her mention something about a deer? Terrifying black skeletal creature. Discernible face. I'm afraid. Behind her presence. Sorry, I'm just reading through this. It's not her. Rumors Olive's dead. Not that one, okay. Nick, nope. Fade off, oh, ding a bit, oh yeah, she sent us off to find something. Nope. Torn in two lately. Who was it was talking about? A deer. Was that a different clue entirely? A rocket. Discovered a plant. Nope, not that one. Nope. These have all been identified, yes. Sleep mine. Okay, I'm going slightly mad. Why can't I remember who told me about this? Am I going insane? There was something, someone mentioned something about a deer. It was like part of a dream or something. It directed us somewhere, so maybe... And again, we've also found a dead deer previously. That was, you know, as part of going somewhere, we found a plant, and with it was a dead deer, but I don't see how that would be helpful. Because we've also seen a picture of a dead, like, deer carcass before. But I wonder if maybe these all represent plants? Where we find them could be a nightmare to try and work out. Interesting. That could be a hell of a puzzle if that's what we got to do. But I don't know where to go, because we can't end the day until we complete this. I don't believe I have any Bishop's Parasol. I don't know where to find it. It honestly can't be the one that gives off light if they're talking about it being dark all the time. That would be silly. So where would I go with that? Business panel, I'm sure I have some of that around here. Well, sure. Sunset Mount Cap has been identified. We know that one. Wandering View has been identified. Because we used that like at the beginning of stream, I'm sure we did. Copper Caledonian. Mushroom-like plant. Is it that one? Bishop's Parasol. gills on the other side of this mushroom, super milky fluid. Assumed or treated for stomach pain. That doesn't specify this one in any fashion. Oh, bollocks. I've got this one here, already identified. I should have checked under B. Oozing from his underside. Oh my god. That's my fault. Sorry, everybody. Being a twat. Oh, well, that's the end of the day. Oh, Royal Gentia. Cesare rosea, sometimes called Everheart. The pink flowers of the Royal Gentia are made up of 2 large kidney-shaped petals. We've seen that one. It's Everheart. There it is. Yep. Yep. One of the few known ways to release the bind of Swift Snare is to apply a paste created from the sap of Royal Gentia. Interesting. Okay, but we've identified that one already. It's a bonus. Oh, I dragged that on longer than I needed to. Sorry, everybody. Okay. There's nowhere to go. Pet the cat. End the day. The old man of Coniston looks out across the lake with blind eyes. His mind wanders with the current, floating gently southwards to the fork. Okay. You got it, thank you. Not long after the girl left home, her father wept, but he was so caught up in his own grief that he let her go and did not look for her. Okay. Interesting. Not sure exactly whose backstory we're meant to have here. Woman in the jade mask, perhaps? Ooh, it's rainy. Cat's sleeping again. Oh, lightning this time. Nice. Okay. Have a look here. Okay, the old man is Coniston looks out across the lake with blind eyes. His mind wanders with the current floating gently southwards to the fork. Coniston. Hey. There's a lake. Oh, there's Coniston water. Here we are. Oh, the old man crossed the lake with blind eyes. Mind wanders with the current. It's like, floating gently southwards to the fork. Here. So 17? 017. Yeah, all the way down to the fork. There we go. The heavens open up as I reach the fork. I take a moment to pause and listen to the sound of water on water. I'm soaked through, but my spirits are high as I return home. I am not empty-handed. 2 new plants today. La. Ooh, pretty. You wait. They're both deadly, probably. Okay, stick them over here. Yeah, stop. It stuck me in the middle and pushed everything to the side. There we go. Okay. Oh, wait, why is this one? Wandering view again. Shifted over here. There we go. Okay. So, what do we got here? What's this one look like? Dark purple flowers. Okay. What ones haven't been identified yet? We've got candlewood. Red flowers, no good to us right now. Ones without ticks. Copper Caledonia not identified. Eyebright not identified. Farmer's Worry. Hang on, I'm going to sneak. Sorry about that. That was a quick sneeze. Bless you, thank you. Okay. I'm gonna sneeze, yeah. Gonna sneeze. Grey sand fire. Tough out about. See, we've got that one named. I'm sure that's too far left, but whatever. It's this one here. Never been used, I don't think. Henchuck, hop heart. Jacob's Ra. Sunfire. There is breath. Pikachu. Ren is already identified. Let's not. Thank you. Well, Gentia, whatever. See that one? Storium, no. Winterbore, I believe we've identified, just haven't used it yet. Wireless, no, okay. So we have nothing for that plant. Light purple flowers, the smell is alluring. Again, nothing similar for that because nothing seemed to pop up that was similar. Okay. Who's here? Who we got? The insects make the salt marshes uninhabitable. People stay away and not much grows there, but I know where to find an unusual plant. Okay. I'm all ears. I've drawn you a map in case you decide it's worth your time. Thank you. I'm back to looking. Thank you. Oh, okay. Salt marshes. Don't need that right now. Interesting. She said salt marshes, didn't she? Where would we find salt marshes? I was wondering if I could just identify what we're looking at on the picture to start with, but not straight away, apparently. Move this way, but there we go. West Coast? I was thinking. Oh, hang on. Let's just do this. Here we go. Where's this? Here we are. Yeah, because it waves for water. Yeah. So it looks like it should be like this here, right? But I was hoping to find something that specified salt marshes, but it doesn't, so we'll have to go based on picture alone. So if I... Right, so that's the height we're looking at. Then move this until the coast matches up. Oh, this is slightly out of scale by the looks of it. But then we see the dotted line for this patch here. If that starts there, it looks to be immediately above. Yes. Looks to be about it. The air is thick with black... Well, sorry, black? Why am I saying black at all? Thick with flying, biting insects, an unbearable plague. I fight against it for mere moments before I'm overwhelmed. If only I had some blue winter to keep them at bay. Winter boar. We do have this here somewhere. Winter boar. Here we are. The one that has yet to be identified. Sweet. Dranthium. Men's fortis. Ooh, that's men's for like mental. So fortitude of the brain or something like that. Plant with powerful mind-altering abilities. Those who inhale smoke from burning its long, sharp leaves elevate their awareness to levels otherwise unachievable. Some know Dranthium as Green Eye, a name derived from the telltale sign of overdose, where even the whites of the eyes take on a green tint. Okay, so we'll label, when it comes to it, if we can remember, we'll label it Dranthium, parentheses, Green Eye, in case that never comes up, because I've been caught by that already. Interesting. could be the red one here. Bright red flowers grow at the end of thin stems. See, mentioning the flowers suggests that it's not what we're looking for. Where are we? Here we are. Powerful mind. Yes, and there's no... It's only... It looks to be only grass. There's no depiction of stems for flowers. Inhale the smoke from burning its long, sharp leaves. Yes. Doesn't specify that. Dark purple flowers. No. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Good to know. Oh, but we do have a plant. Is this... This could be the one we're looking for. Oh, no it's not. Okay. New plant acquired. Oh, now this is another thorny one. Perhaps this is the one we didn't have before. Stop moving all my plants aside. Let's have a look here. Those thorns look menacing. I'm staying well clear of them. Now, was it... Eyebright is was the other thorny one. Let's see what the description for that is. Take care not to touch its brightly coloured thorns. They will do... right, yes, it'll be a pain. And it grows to the south in warmer climates, where they call it loathe. I don't know as if I would call this growing into the south, but it mentions the thorns at least. Whereas this one just says it smells nice. I'm willing to bet that is eyebright and this one is not. Let me label that one. And because I'm a little more certain, I'm going to make it a purple. Put that there. Let me just clear that out of the way. Yeah. Okay. Do that. Right. Oh. Bethany Coleman. Thank you for your help and discretion earlier. The sisterhood is grateful, but the news that the Ardor was poisoned with gilded dendra has everyone worried. Yeah, that's what we identified when we previously spoke to them. Temporary acting Ardor is panicking. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but one of the sisters has gone missing, a runaway called Thea that we took in a few years ago. Thea. Thea, what are you doing? Your sisters are worried about you. Trying to find her and sister Charlotte. Remembered that the Jacobsworth plant is said to help locating people. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's one we believe we found already. Nice. Aren't identified. Solomon's Scepter. Argamus Infernum, also known alarmingly as Hell's Gate and sometimes as Solomon's Scorn. We've got 3 names. The flowers of the plant are commonly used in witchcraft and other satanic practices. Many sweet-smelling small flowers grow along the stem. Oh, interesting. Sweet-smelling small flowers. I'm not sure they look right. Devil's flower. yeah. Solomon's Scepter. Witchcraft is not satanic practice. No. Yeah, if they just left out the other, we would have been all right. But maybe, I mean, arguably, this is a fictional world, so maybe in their world it's the same thing. Also known as Scary Jeff. Yeah. No, those flowers don't look even slightly similar. Could it be those ones? Oh, this looks like them. Solomon's Scepter. Sometimes notice some really sweet smelling flowers. Smell alluring. Okay. I'm going to put a purple on that one. Scepter. We'll have to bear in mind it has multiple names. That might be hard to remember, but it's too much to stick on one tag there, I think. I'll just have to stick this down with the other S's. That'll do. But those flowers look convincingly the right shape. Arthur Cook. Oh. It's my wife's birthday. Oh. Sorry, I accidentally hit that button. Ignore that. My wife's birthday, I wanted to get her something special. There was a plant that she used to love as a child, but she hasn't been able to find any in years. It's sort of bulb-like and has a strong smell to it, but strong in a good way. And oh, the flower is more like lots of little flowers. Oh, okay. It's bulb-like with lots of little flowers. It's not likely to be that one that has like fruit on it. Bulb-like as a single flower. Ah, forest camphor, bulb-like, lots of little flowers. Willing Tibet. Have a quick peruse over the others. See wren, a bulb and no flowers. Yeah, okay, I think that's the one. Nice, good work. Make my stream, but I'm enjoying this game, so I'll do it after. Oh no, don't let me hold you up. The VOD's always there for later. I mean, I appreciate you hanging around, of course, but don't let me slow you down. Oh my god, okay, I've hit the 2-hour mark anyway. So I will be going for, we'll say maybe another, I'll wait until the end of this day. So maybe another 5-10 minutes. Oh, no flowers be the sharp leaves one. No, that's already identified. That one is wren. We've used that one before, so it's got a tick on it. I see what you're saying. But yeah, unfortunately, we've ruled that one out already. Enos Aylford. Oh, yeah. We've had our eye on you for some time now. Join us. Praise the Dendru. What the fuck? Oh, who was that? A cultist. A man who claims to represent the group known as the Seeds of Redemption. He grew up in nearby Gosford. But it is rumoured that he spent some time living in Rydal Cave. It is not clear what happened in the intervening years, but by the time he came to Undermere, he had dedicated his life to the one he calls the Woken Dendru. The fuck? Okay. Oh. Interesting. I represent a group called the Seeds of Redemption. Your expertise will be very useful to us, and we have much to offer in return. Let us know we can count on you by leaving a single St. John's poppy flower outside the Sadgill, maybe, church before Friday. Do not make the mistake of ignoring us. Praise the Dendru. I don't want to join a cult just because they're talking about plants. Screw that. Verona Green again. Hello. I returned from Swinside. Okay. I must admit I was hoping for more to go on, but there's certainly signs of a ritual having been performed at the Stone Circle. Okay. And the poor victim, well, the less said about him, the better. Well, apparently we've seen it, but we wouldn't describe it. Reuben had it right, though. Grizzly. I have the beginnings of a theory, but I'd like to run some tests on a sample of the gilded dendra. Okay, this is the poisonous stuff. We've got to be careful, haven't we? Well, not we have to be careful, but she should be careful. Why have I put a H next to... It should be all the way up here. Ooh. Plants are getting further and further askew. Okay. Yeah, you go up there. There we go. Okay, what are we looking for? Sorry. Gilded dendra, right? Yeah, this one. Book entry. Oh, didn't plant identified. I thought we'd already done that. Whatever. Maiden sorrow. Ooh. Dolores spinatum. Up and spinatum. Rubbing the soft leaves of this plant between your fingers and thumb is said to help prevent the mind from wandering, providing a focusing effect. The flowers of this plant droop mournfully, but it is the thorns along its stem that are thought to lend it its name. Right. Maiden's sorrow. This one. Absolutely. That's the one. It's got to be. Okay. I'm quite confident of that one. Nope. That's not how you spell sorrow. There we go. Yep. Quite confident with that one. Hit the cat so we don't wake him. And wood. Have we met you before? My aunt died 2 weeks ago and I inherited her house. My condolences. I've been sifting through her possessions and last night I found something unusual. Okay. Go on. In a forgotten corner of the attic I found a coffin. Okay. Or unusual still, it was bound by strong vines that so strong that I cannot cut through them. I immediately thought of your shop. What? Why? You know about plants, right? Okay. A woman created Teletubbies and Tots TV. Oh, what? And wood? I wouldn't know. I'm going to assume it's not the same person. You never know. Royal Genji. Right, yes, because... Let me just double check. Oh, it's right here. A few known ways to release the bind of Swift Snare. That's the one. So she thinks that's what she's got to get. Where are we? Royal. Oh, it'll be under R for Royal. It has the pink flowers, doesn't it? No, that's Everheart. Hang on. Royal Gentia. Have I found this one yet then? Sometimes called Everheart, that's why. Okay. So let me just rename that one. Royal Gentia Everheart. That's the one, that's why. Okay. Always know quickly for all of us. Nice. There we go. Elderfinium. Okay. Oh. There's the wrong button there. There we go. The petals of this flower can be brewed. Oh, it's a Maior cordialis. Okay. Be brewed to create an antidote to dendromiasma, a deadly poison that causes the blood to slowly turn black, eventually resulting in a painful death. Yes, dendromiasma, it comes from the gilded dendra. I'm sure it does. It has an intoxicating scent similar to that of Solomon's scepter. Interesting. But we don't know what the smell is. I'll have to see you soon. Have a great industry. Thank you very much. It'll be momentarily because we're at the end of the day now, so... Thank you for dropping by. It's good to see you. And we might actually raid you in a minute if you're on. So, thank you for dropping by. Thank you, Dee Dee, for the hydrate. 1 second. Let me get that now. I'm thinking about it. Right. We don't know what Solomon's Scepter smells like, but I have identified it, or at least loosely. Interesting. Okay. Someone's worrying about it. It was this one, wasn't it? Aldofinium. Petals of flower can be brewed. I don't think we've seen anything like that under our has yet to be identified. Oh, looks very weird. I mean, whoa, that's not all the buttons I wanted to press. Red fruits, long flat leaves. Wait, this one has red fruit. What was it? What was the one talking about red berries? There was one about red berries, wasn't there? Oh, no, it's not Fever Kiss, because we've identified that with the different leaves. But... No, because the berries are in the wrong place, but yeah, and we've identified the other one. Was there something about... hang on, sorry, it's ringing a bell, 1 second. Not Grey Sandfire. And Chuck... no, it's not... No, it's not Bulby, anyway. Sorry, I've just identified that's different. Solomon's Scepter, no. Storian. Dark red fruits should not be ingested under any circumstances. They're highly poisonous, resulting in insanity and then death. Cross-section of the stem showed the distinctive triple xylem and phloem of the Storian. Dark red fruits. I'm going to put a red one on that one, so that might be a Storian. There we go. Worth thinking about. That goes under S as well, so stick it there. Sure, that'll do. Okay, well, that's us for the day there. Pet the cat again, always. Oh, of course. Put that in there. That away. Still no wiser on these 5 symbols. Still only the one. Interesting. We'll only have one more day if we want to join the cult. I can't say I plan to. We'll go through this. It should auto-save on the next day then. 5 miles south of the tallest but one, it grows in peace in the midday sun. Oh. For the story. Before she left, she returned to her hiding place and carefully retrieved the book, her excitement building as she did. She couldn't articulate what was so alluring to her about the book, but by now it had become an obsession. Okay. Sounds unhealthy. Day 7, Thursday. Hey, baby. One last pet before we go. There we go. Are you sure you want to exit and go to the main menu? Yes. I like the aesthetic. It's very seasonal as well. Okay. There we go. It'll take a second for the game to quit. Okay, there we go. Right, let me just put this keyboard away because I'm going to drop it otherwise. There we go. Aye, sorted. That was that. Yeah. So I'm really enjoying this game. It's a pretty slow pace. It's intriguing. I worry that there are going to be puzzles so extreme that I just can't get my head around. Like, I feel like that medallion that has the square in the center. I feel like that could be a very complicated puzzle in theory. We may get more clues about it later, as well as the fact that we have 1 out of 5 symbols and we're on day 7 already. I don't know where we're going with that. It's no real stress. If we finish the game, we haven't done puzzles. That's fine. I don't like the idea of missing out because I'm too stupid. But, we'll have to wait and see, I guess. So yeah, we'll be back in a couple of days. That's us for today. We'll be back on Friday with... Oh, hang on. We will indeed raid Azimuth. Let me just make sure my volume's down. There we go. Yeah, so GG, thank you very much. Yeah, so we'll be back on Friday with more Deadly Premonition. Same time as usual, so this minus sort of 3 hours or so. Yeah, see, this game, it's too easy to run over. We hit the 2 hour mark and I hadn't really even noticed. It was crazy. It's very fun. But yeah, cool. So, thank you, everybody. Thank you all for being here. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Once again, happy birthday, Matt. And Matt P, that is. And yes, thank you all for being here in your chats. And thanks for the redeems and the hydrates. Keep me going. Good to know. Right, oh, hang on. I need to do some typing, otherwise that's not going to work, is it? Ugh. There. I believe that's correct. Yes, that's the one. Excellent. There we go. Okay, so that's what we'll do. Go and say hi to Azimuth, who is playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. That's what we'll do. Right, yeah, so thank you everybody again. Have a good rest of your time. And I will see you in another couple of days for, yeah, for creepy, creepy, deadly premonition. Yeah. All right. Have a good time and look after yourselves. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye, everybody. Bye.